Cool. And there we go. That should be working now. Hey!
Alright, here's your bracelet.
Greetings!
I can take the next person.
Enjoy yourself.
Let's get you find any weapons, items, or consumables. Beautiful. Let me see your wrist. Have you been here? Have you been here before, actually?
Please, can you use any weapons, items, or consumables? Anything that's going to stab you, stick your poke, or harm you in any way, shape, or form?
I do not.
No, it's all the same, you know.
Is this your first time here? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes, it is.
You didn't bring in anything
Alright,
else?
because this is your first time here, you are entitled to free drink, but there are some rules within the building. Here, within the building, we do have a relic that gets everyone down to a human-like level. It brings everyone down to a human of their size. We also do provide bracelets on the person, keep them from shape-shifting, activating anything. So weapons, items, consumables, shape-shifting, for synthetics, typically it hinders whatever we can trigger within our bodies.
This is the first time it's actually been
Other than that, there are some boss preliminaries.
first.
If you do wish to go to the bathroom to deal with any headaches, anything like that, fetching,
And it was a
right over there. Bathrooms are gender neutral. There doesn't matter which side you go in. Do not go behind the bar. Upstairs, over there, on my right, towards the back, next to the stage, there is a stage door that is for performers only. Please do not go in there if you are not a performer. If you do wish to perform, come up to us and we can let you know if it's alright. Upstairs, there is a white room with 2 double doors inside of it. Has a staff-only door, because as a staff-only, you are not allowed in there. We will know what you do, however, alright? So please don't go in there, alright? May I see your wrist so you can get your bracelet, and then you're free to go.
And you have been here before?
There you go. You have a
Yes, I
wonderful night.
have.
Very
Thank you very much.
How wonderful you is.
Maybe, sorry, could you repeat that?
I don't know if someone different. Batteries and because they don't. This one doesn't know how to set batteries.
Some would taste bad, but some would taste good. And if you can find the ones that you like the taste of, you can plant their seeds and grow a farm and orchard of said plant, and then you'll have easy access to said good food.
That is, in our world, it makes sense.
Already drinking?
That's all I can hear for, let's be honest.
Okay. I want to be careful.
Yes, however, it does take time.
Yeah.
We have too much spare, really. It is not.
Yeah, back up.
It's like a metal cord.
Adaptus sorority artist?
Every time I've been here, I've been taking notes on the different types of cultures.
Yes, a sister of that. Yes. So,
Okay.
she won't be showing up
Yeah, so
tomorrow.
I'll
That's
explain
my
more
Sindora
at the
phone show.
later. It just.
Oh, you talked about a while ago that had
Oh no, not.
Well, first off, I hadn't seen that one up at the door before. And apparently, they said the last time someone took an pen, it was a concealed knife.
And that one ruined for everybody. Good to know.
Kind of like Miss Dan.
I don't know.
In case you don't remember the hardware, I don't have a gun. We do have governments.
In that case, if you can find a group of trees that already produce the food you're looking
And I'm afraid I've not yet met yourself yet. I believe the NCR, except they have problems with their
Greetings!
Most governments fucking are bad.
Greetings.
Salut.
Yes, it is
California,
platform itself.
New
Because
Hampshire,
the place actually has the flag.
But yeah, we do.
May I have your name, Mr. DJ looking fella?
Problem to where they expanded.
My name is Thomas.
My name is not have enough people
Thomas,
working for them
alright.
to protect their domains and stuff like that.
Tell me, are you flesh and blood in there, or circuits and wires?
So you guys like a lord of knights serving and protecting that realm.
Do you know what it
Ah.
is?
Very nice
Now think of that realm being far too large and they're not.
I see, very nice, very nice. You'll hit along well here, there's quite a few synthetics here tonight, especially.
Yeah, basically that. A lack of soldiers.
That's what I think.
The thing is,
Indeed.
is one of the largest factions in our world. So,
Alright, well, I bet you get back to your conversation. I just, wanted to say your helmet looks wonderful. I'll let you get back to it, Miss Scientist number one and Thomas.
money, like normal money. They use cash. They use paper money. I don't know why. They do.
Hopefully find this number 2.
Traditionally, creatures live in the forest, animals live in the field.
Maybe scientists do come
Maybe.
Really is a gun.
The tiny thing at his green.
Shouldn't turn around. Nope. Bad idea.
Yes, now
They
you're
see a goblin
one
here.
of the biggest.
Well, I've seen a few goblin poets in my day, so...
Lotus being a little bitch when I turned around. So, I'm not gonna turn around. I'm just gonna stay here. This way.
Just hanging there and can't really
On the money subject, I mean, I know a few forts that the nobility decided to institute their own economy. It's just a way for the nobility and their friends to get a better deal with everyone else. That's what I say.
I mean, you guys use coin systems, right? Like metal coins?
Yes.
Oh no, the best fortresses where I'm from. Oh, we're all communal. Everything's produced for the fortress.
Oh, okay.
We have big piles of things. You just go and take your share.
I know a fair few robots would hate to hear that.
Nitroglycerin is one means of making an explosion. However, you can also combine saltpeter with poop with another chemical that I do not remember at this given time, and you can make something called gunpowder, which explodes when exposed to a spark.
But it generally results in bad things. In fact, my world ended because of a war between capitalism and
Greetings!
And, yeah, so my world's a hell of a lot of that. But, we still have robots that hate communism. They only ever espouse that.
So I barely heard anything you said.
Communism is basically what is known as
But if you have tree houses,
great, but then if you get everybody, you can't actually increase your status in class. Means people who are in power remain in power, and those who don't
Everyone's
don't.
equal.
Close to my heart too.
Everyone's equal. I mean, different skill levels.
So you guys have a pseudo-communist.
Different skills like craft, and there's nobility as well. It's too far. We have nobility. There are certain differences in skill in our crafts. You need some meat. Go to the park.
he's about as tall as he is high.
Talk to Yoko over there. He'll make you some. There's plenty of metal to go around in the mountain.
Oh, that's right. You guys have things like dinosaurs to go around.
See, that's when it's actually a point where
woolly mammoth.
too deep
Woolly
into the
mammoth.
neck.
I think I've killed one of those before. I don't
That's the
know.
best part.
They are bigger than me.
How many magma fortresses I've been a part of. Oh. It's a beautiful
Bigger, sturdier, less sapient.
We don't want to dig too deep, you're right. I've heard of a few fortresses when they dig a bit too deep.
I can't fight you with this
Bad things start happening.
claw. I can only grab on you.
Additionally, you're not allowed to fight in the Lotus. If you do, you're gonna get kicked out.
Different than
We
you.
have a rule about
Rise out.
If you capture him, he can use his claw to pick you up and drop you on animals.
Those are just fairy tales.
You wanna work for me?
He's already the Forge Master's assistant at a certain location.
I work 2 jobs. I don't have a nose.
Good timing, too.
You have a nose bridge, that's enough.
Now I'm kind of worried about that little band. I'm not sure who they are, but they certainly
Oh, the
want
demons
to
I've heard many stories told. Oh, probably as big as this entire building. Many of them.
Well, those are called onesies, and they were wearing them because they all went to a event together.
They went to an animal killing event and wearing the dead animals was a mark of honor.
No, they went to a event where they all sat around a bedroom with pillows and fluffiness.
And then the other one.
Or at least that's what it says.
Let's have fun.
Joining the conversation, please.
Together take Captain Rabbit. You're wearing the skin of a
No, it's just laws. It's not actual fur.
It's fake.
Creepy creatures. They killed 5 of my friends already.
Oh, I've heard of a were-rabbit. In fact, I think I once saw a film about a were-rabbit. I think it involved cheese, baboon, and somebody coming across it.
I've never heard of such thing, but it sounds good. If I can hear it move out with this rumble guy, maybe you can exchange this and let's go over it.
Movement and everything just
Maybe.
Basically, yes, we have
another one down there. I think that's all.
You should see a real were-rabbit. They're very scary and not as cute as what you're wearing right now.
My world's a complete hellhole.
Maybe.
I even saw you down there like staring directly.
Why are you wearing these? Can Papa wear one too?
I mean, if you want to, yes. And it was girls' night.
Makes sense.
Girls' night.
Why would you have a party when all you do is sleep? That's not really a party.
Because
I like a party before you sleep.
But sleeping is part of it.
Yeah, so we didn't really sleep at this party when we just wore pajamas for the
Well,
heck of
it
it.
is an event to bond with your fellows.
China and America were new
It's like movie night.
Yeah, communist
Games, eat snacks,
A movie is
touch chat.
entertainment.
Yes, that was our war.
Hello.
Greetings.
Imitated me like a long time ago.
What's your name or designation or whatever you want to call it?
My name is Solace. I am I'm not a simple mechanoid as my parents would suggest. I am
How do I explain it? Actually, you know
a magical hybrid, you could say.
No, that's right, I don't.
Magical hybrid. Well, I'm Kate. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Romance.
We turned into gasoline.
So what brings you
So
here?
you're like a mix of,
Do you know what a picture is?
well, I have some good friends here, so like to stay, come back, talk to them.
I see.
Generates a lot more power than oil does crude oil. The thing about oil though is that
Yes,
it's
a movie is that, but it does
basically
move.
when something
Alright, I space out easily.
dies, the
Often used to tell entertaining stories.
Interesting.
fossilized.
So what brings
That
you
is a
here?
possibility.
Oil is just
I'm wondering. I have no room with this anymore, you could say. I've lost a few people.
like a very, very, very long time because that means something has to
Robots
die,
here.
then fossilize, and then go really deep into the earth, and then become oil at some point. So, it's very rare. You guys don't have to use it on the grand scale. So, you guys don't use it. We use it on the grand scale.
I don't know why though, because like our world we have nuclear power and we use fusion
That is
power.
a useful ability in certain
That's
social
much
circumstances.
faster and cleaner if done correctly. And generally we can come up with a reasonable size of like this size.
dimension of this and this is all it takes to power like a whole building. When it cannot hundreds of years.
Because you said it's different than fractures. I mean, radiation
Nitroglycerin is an option, but that comes from bat poop, and I don't think that would be quite a suitable option for you since that is highly volatile. However, gunpowder is much easier to produce, but requires a few specific materials. One of them being saltpeter, and then another being...
I mean, his clothes? No.
I don't know where that chemical is called, but I know it can be found in... Well, I'm not going to say because I don't want to mislead you, but at the very least you will need saltpeter. And sulfur, that's right. Saltpeter and sulfur. Those are two things that you need in order to make gunpowder. Don't remember what the third one is.
Say that. They went toe to toe with our world's
Well, if you want to be able to make these traps often, you need to be able to make it yourself.
paramilitary organization.
Greetings! You need to be very careful about using these materials because they can explode.
Power armor. In fact, think about it, they're kind of
Sir, I just wanted to stop you using your armor. Now it looks very advanced. This makes...
There are certain plants that actually explode.
There we go.
guys in a fight, which is like because they didn't have power. They had foot soldiers compared to you guys in literal power armor, which basically makes a person a weapon tank.
I believe it was correct. Using traps a lot.
You say you live in a rainforest.
See, when you think about it.
Apparently, Bobby is trying to help this man out.
It's definitely a good thing I didn't get it. I don't think I can handle any more brains.
Go get some tea or water.
What the fuck? So, let me start off by saying, how about you don't?
When is he not
I don't. She's a bit intoxicated. I apologize. Although I still don't understand how you're intoxicated.
Ooh, maybe she can pull out the sparkles.
Is that a frog onesie? I'm not a taco. It's URL kebabs.
What? I didn't. First of all, I didn't call you a taco. Second of all, what? She's trying to go through it. She's trying. Okay.
Get this the sparkles out of my brain.
Let me grab a bucket of cold water.
A bucket of what? She better not. If she splashes a bucket of cold water on me, I'm gonna throw hands with things.
You can throw your hands?
Can I?
Probably not.
I don't think that's what I meant when I said that. Not in wait, no, you're confusing me. Stop. What have I done?
What have you done?
I haven't learned the last two times.
I can hear you.
Well, that's a.
Kate, where did someone bless 7 fingers?
I think some people disagree too.
Am I the only one that sees 7 fingers on my right hand? Oh.
I think it's 4.
That means you're drunk. What are you doing?
She's carrying a bucket of
Miss
water.
Dance, do you see 7 fingers on my right hand?
I got the bucket.
Bucket? No. God,
Kneel
please don't.
down.
Kneel down. Wait, wait. Oh God. Good heavens.
Oh dear.
We're going to baptize you.
Baptize.
No, that would be a terrible idea.
God, Jesus Christ.
How are the sparkles?
Fading.
He needs more.
More. Oh.
Gone yet.
I believe the most accurate.
Mostly.
Mostly. He's tending to like an interrogation job, but I never thought it'd be here in the casino.
The sparkles are gone.
You good.
I'm moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm moving.
Alright.
Oh my Jesus. That was horrendous.
Well.
Oh God, now my face is wet.
I mean, hey, at least that works for you.
Okay.
I did the bucket
7
of water,
fingers
I
have
don't know.
gone back to 5.
Yeah.
Plants are no longer telling me random conspiracy theories. And the sparkles in my brain have gone. What?
No.
What's telling you now?
Nothing. I'm saying stop.
There you go. Okay. Alright, fair enough. I was gonna maybe give you another bucket, but don't worry.
No. No more, no
A
more
job
buckets.
well done.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect.
Had that been an actual baptism, that might have actually hurt me.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so glad you did this.
Yes.
Oh. Well, I risked it. I was the one who ordered the bucket, so I didn't know what was your basis there.
Any holy magic or relic sting. It's really bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going back to jail!
Wait.
You're not gonna go to jail. It wasn't
Wouldn't
an
be in jail.
actual
I was the one who ordered it.
baptism. I'm fine.
Why would you be going back to jail, Dan?
He almost killed someone from
I had a
baptizing
fairy
someone.
wine, and my brain was sparkling. The plants were telling me conspiracy theories, and my right hand had 7 fingers. She dunked my head in a bucket 3 times, and it's gone now. Cold.
Are you sure he's not a narc?
Considering he doesn't seem like the type of guy to be a narc. I've seen many things. And his personality doesn't match me.
While I'm asking the detective.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's okay.
You're a half human, I assume?
Yeah.
If he's good.
Spread your
I
legs.
assume you also have a mana pool.
We do have weapons. They're not the same as
Me
your
to
weapons.
dinner first if you're gonna go that far.
So I do probably more good weapons, smaller guns and stuff.
Yes, and we gotta group together.
I'm technically able to get quests out.
Okay.
So I would like to know what are your skills and abilities.
We tend to burn that.
5 points to Gryffindor.
Celestial caster. So celestial magic is my strong suit. However, I can cast normal magic alongside it. And
I guess.
I'm also pretty good at sneaking around.
Greetings.
She has a nose.
I do. A fair assessments.
Wait, what'd you say?
Well,
You should take it.
Take what?
Astrological
Sadly, I am forbidden from doing any hostile actions as within my internal programming.
Wait, what did you have me do?
That'll be.
Streams, but that's an ability I
It'll be fine.
magic has celestial
You
touch,
trying to
so for
scrap?
example, my
I
fireball
will
is
scrap right here.
plasma instead.
Hey,
Same
what
damage
is
as a normal
good?
fireball.
I gotta ask, are any
Your
of you
wavy
guys
hands
fellow
make me
gamers?
dizzy. Don't do that. What happened?
Y'all gamers,
Fellow
man?
gamers.
You okay?
Are you a
What type
gamer?
of games?
No.
I do
Any
play
games?
games.
Oh, you're not a gamer. You ain't cool then, man. You ain't cool.
I do
You gotta
play
be a
games.
gamer to know the cool. Hell yeah, what you play? What
You spin my head right round like a record
Considering
baby.
where I am, no longer have my computer, but I used to play a lot of
Assessments. They are either very drunk or very dumb.
What kind? Drop some names. I wanna know. Like, I'll tell you some games I'll play some
I'll-
fucking TF2.
I'll let you know I graduated in the top 150th in object permanence.
Goddamn indie games, those are good things.
Sometimes I struggle with object permanence.
What games you play? Tell me some names.
U.S. high schoolers have dropped to 17th in science, 25th in math, and a troubling 180th place in the basic cognitive awareness most humans develop as toddlers.
I
Much
to say to that.
I think I said before, you're not a gamer, unfortunately. That sucks.
Things, I am Solace.
Okay, so that happened.
I'm Damien. You said your name was Solace?
Solace.
It's good to meet you.
No, not
Thank
the
you.
Delta, not the other Delta right there, the Manda Delta, or Sarah. Her name is Sarah. Yeah, it's Sarah. Oh, I know. It's bad.
Way too many people call Delta.
Yeah, no, thank God we had to call that one Sarah.
Steel's tail is so long.
Also, we got Edmund addicted to Candy Crush. But,
Oh, hey, there's Mars. I'm gonna say hi to Mars.
he saw the candy icon. He likes candy. He pressed it, and then now he's addicted to Candy Crush.
Why was it even installed in there in the first place? Candy Crush is horrible.
It was pre-installed when we bought it.
You don't have that source.
I felt naked.
Uninstalled it.
I had to go check. I felt naked.
Okay, I understand that.
I'm in LA right now. I'm really watching a Stormcross play something called Raid Shadow Legends. I fucking hate this. I want to go back home.
Oh no.
Oh God. Let's go over there and see if Riot is okay after being sent that picture.
Did you know that this prank is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends?
Yes, I fucked out.
Baby right round record, baby round.
Well, I mean,
That's funny as hell.
No, we cannot, and it's all radiation based. I've seen this. Alright, so we have things called ghouls, which is basically humans that were heavily irradiated and survived. And they've mutated to the point where they can live forever. They are immune to radiation. However, the more radiation they get, the more crazy they become and feral. But I've seen one, this guy, I've heard about him before. He's called Oswald. Apparently, he's what we know, he's known as what we call a glowing one. Basically, these are ghouls that are so irradiated that they glow green, like a fluorescent radiant green. It's weird. But this guy was able to raise dead ghouls back to life. With his ability. He was able to fucking raise them back to fight again.
Holmes sounds gaslit.
Well, he wasn't a bad guy. He generally was
Oh, look at Homestuck! Don't you dare!
What the fuck is Homestuck?
I was just about to ask about that. Yeah, what if someone raises the dead?
I will kill you myself!
I can tell you what Homestuck is, but you
Straight to
don't
hell.
know. Hey,
Okay, in your book, is there a difference between like race?
Greetings!
Sorry,
Sorry, did I scare you?
Hi.
Her name was her name Revy.
Kind of. You can't. You're not exactly walking around with fucking bells on your feet, so.
Scientist from 1945. Tell them.
Put an invisible table back. Greetings, I'm Solace.
Hi.
The nice one.
The name is Johan.
Romance. What brings you here?
It's basically a usual haunt for me at this point. I've been here I've been coming here for like a year now. Sometimes not coming is kind of a break in routine at this point.
Very nice. This is my first time.
The one you wouldn't expect
What about you?
Sorry, interference. Can you say that again?
What about you? What brings you here?
I am a wanderer, you could say. I wander from place to place looking for interesting stories and interesting people ever since my master went missing.
Wondering. I guess you do see a few of those around here as well.
Indeed.
People just walking around.
Yeah, people from many realms here, it would appear.
Though I don't think wandering around in Lotus is exactly the best idea.
Indeed. I've not been a realm champion well over 2 years now. It's not the most pleasant experience even for a construct such as myself.
Oh, trust me, I know. Lotus is not exactly the best place to be around in any case. Especially for ones like yourself. If you don't know the ins and outs of this place, you might risk getting scrapped somehow.
Thankfully, I have basic defensive measures, but my programming forbids me from taking any true offensive action.
See you later, kiddo.
Yeah, that does help. Though you do meet all kinds of people, so still gotta be wary.
Aye.
Pretty sure those guys hate me now.
There isn't a crime city for nothing.
I want to be more drunk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they hate me.
This place being the only quote-unquote safe haven. And even that's not entirely true.
Asked why they were bullying me.
This shit has happened from time to time in this place.
I can solve this in 2 seconds.
Yes, exterminating all those pests.
To the point, even some of the staff here has died already.
Oh, that is a shame.
You see some of the pictures at the bar.
I see.
It's basically a memorial to those people.
No, I'm not asking if you saw it. I might have asked if you came home.
That could be done.
You can have it, but you can't, smack your hand against
Am I safe to assume you've come from around here? And I don't mean Zafira.
I come from another world, you could say. My master and I used to travel the realms until his disappearance.
We don't have any other names except those. He's kind of
And now I'm stuck here. Without him, I cannot travel the worlds.
Basically another dimension sort of thing. Surprisingly, a lot of people are in that category as well.
I'm not surprised from the variance in tech level here. It's clear this is a hub of sorts. Or the realms.
I could say that.
I'll set this to irregular places to visit.
same way.
I think it depends.
Yeah, I mean, people wander in here from time to time.
Their own gods.
Depending on their experience here, it can change them. Because I definitely wasn't like this when I first came here.
Exactly.
Though I am one of the few people that was born in this dimension, instead of coming in from a different one.
Excellent meeting you. Hope to see you another time.
I do come here usually.
I'm assuming it's like traveling to a different nation. I'm still gonna be punished by their law. It just means I'm punished by their law.
Hey, Red. How you doing?
I realized I was dead because the drink that I had was not my original drink. And it was, my original drink was just water. The drink that I picked up after I died was straight vodka.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole gods thing is between two nations.
So that was how I knew I, because my body didn't have a visceral...
I'm currently doing VRChat things. VRChat, I think this is another Lotus. One of the Oregon hockey groups. I'm playing Solace. A little character put together.
Strong. I got 2 focus of fires. I'm the most sober person here. Oh my god. Path would dry up. I have to wear a white shirt here, of course. Oh god.
Oh boy. She's so very drunk.
Ah, on who?
Oh, the robot!
Aha! How did that end up?
Can I get back to it?
So you're always busy.
That's a good question.
Alright, this is either going to go very good or very bad.
There you go.
Get with me.
Here's your answer.
Oh my god.
This way.
Hey, Joe.
Some organics. That organic seems to have the impression that the placebo effect could work on your imagination. The world is a machine. I keep everyone.
I'm sure you're trying to stop
Hey everybody! Please move away from the area. You're all gathering a bit too crowded up. Everybody spread out to the casino, please. Thank you.
Unsure of technical reason. Underwent 21 hours previous.
Hey, Solace.
Chassis is insufficient. Unsure why ships are
Just get your nerve ends extracted
Can I
like
look over
me.
there?
It's simple.
Just die, it's fine.
It's not letting the test go by.
Headache. Fuck.
Like I said before, you can't really tell between the automatons and such.
Technically,
Thank you, Andromeda. You always do wonderful.
Yeah, apparently all synthetics are looking on today, so we've got a lot of synths in. Myself included. Well, technically a synth. Magic tech hybrid. Huzzah.
my big job is a bit of a...
Salutations, species. What is your designation?
Mark.
You're a bark.
The best drink.
Mark. With an M.
Narc. Mark. Got it. Like a scribble thing. That's your name. You're a mark.
I mean, yeah. Technological body, but the soul is magical. That's kind of this character's deal.
Are you some kind of synthetic or are you organic beneath? Very interesting. What brings you to the Lotus tonight? You in for some kind of drink? Here to watch the cat fight. The insane shenanigans that come from drinks consuming machines. Give us the scoop.
Yes, that's what it was.
Nobody really is. I don't even know why they keep doing it anyway.
That is unfortunate. Oh, terrible.
Like suffering for about.
Most people have to experience little one.
In the things, man.
I'm thinking with Dobot. What's her name?
My name's Flowbot. Jobot and I are not and things. Business is as it does, and I operate on my own accord these days. But you know Joe then? Are you close? Do you work for him?
No, just seeing the shenanigans he's been up to.
He does get himself into trouble more often than not, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Strong for a human armor, I suppose, but it's treating me nicely.
Windows 64.
You can say that.
If you're looking to get into the cat market, catnip's the way to go. Catnip's the
I met a few other Sony folk. They all have different backgrounds. Quite interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of the same crew. I'm the only ones who can tell the fucks are being gone insane. I've seen shit.
I would get you on the head or bonk you on the head.
I deserve it. Roger, you know what to do.
Bonk me on the head. I deserve it right now for what I said.
To be frank, my experience of steak in California.
Okay, there. You'd be better off with the catalyst rather than an actual gun. You don't have to worry about ammo. You can use your magic.
Now it's, I guess,
Oh yeah, this character's like 3.5 feet tall. This character is tiny. Now, it's a lot harder to do than you might think to get this character working. The rig that I had to answer to get this thing working was a nightmare, but it works. I got my gestures and stuff.
They're good people. Some of them are dicks. Not all of them.
A bit of a private
Usually fine as long as you're not the
More people can move upstairs.
if you didn't get hit by the cartridge.
Right, Campbell. What's your name, right? Let's move.
God, fucking damn it.
The model scale, how it works. Hold on, let me just go over here. The model scale, how it works is, yeah, there we go. Yes, it's scale on the model, but also the ratio between the heads and the arm length. So the head and the arms. So I had to fiddle with it to get it right, otherwise I'd be like this tall or way up in the ceiling up there. I got it wrong. Secondly, the main thing that was causing issue was the rigging along the arms and the legs was completely messed up and I had to do the rig from scratch, redo the entire skeleton. And as you can see when you look closely, my eyes animate. I had to do that completely by scratch and then eyeburns, redo the entire texture thing there so the eyes actually move. It's actually a set of two planes on the front there. That move around a thing, so if you look from the side, if you look from the side, the eyes are actually in front of the visor and rotate freely.
I say we should leave so you can get your sleep.
I did this in a day, so not that difficult. This model, but I've done 2 other models before this, both of which took about a day. But I've had experience with Unity in the past, so I know what I'm doing. Anyway, let me get back to it.
Good day.
I was speaking to Automaton the other day. What's your favorite word? Like that.
Basically that, yes. It's, not because they're garbage, but because they're one of the few things that hurt me the most. Because like a bullet, it punctures the skin, it's solid,
It gets squished.
and it just goes in, and that means I get hit,
Let's
but
see
it
where
doesn't
I
like
am.
burn off the ends. So I feel
It's a
better.
plant, guys. It's pretty
How they
cool.
find out how.
Energy
What's
weapon.
your-
Yes, and you also need to explain to them that they've had a
Give
As they make a gun.
like a central processor.
Imagine this, like, the handle's like right here, right?
And as a super minor empower your enemy to destroy the crystal.
So that's what we
Yeah, so laser weaponry tends to permanently cauterize the wounds, so it makes it easier. So it's one of those things that can
I had
fully
to
stop my
wipe the memory at some point, so
I
that's all I'm afraid is.
I have to.
Well, from what I heard before, it was like 21 hours ago there was a memory wipe, so I don't know. Yes. I don't quite trust the individual, but... Oh, there he is! I see you've made your way down, have you?
And in some cases, lasers have been known to fully disintegrate.
Your, secretary fluxed out.
I know some spells like that. Those
Indeed, I can tell.
hurt like a bitch.
You sure she doesn't leave my side, since she'd be so scared of everything else.
I see. Oh, hello, Shambles.
Typically, an assault
Oh.
I absolutely hate and fear those things.
Yes,
I'm assuming the one made of gold with this chill bomb.
Greetings!
Yes, but it's not gold.
It's not what I said. I did not get a good look, in case you could tell.
He's over by the bar now if you wanted to, if you actually did want to continue to talk with him. Tell him you're the one that Cash mentioned earlier. I was letting him know of you.
I'll let him finish up over there. Then we can talk. That
I
place
believe Shambles is waving at you, Dev.
maximum.
Even then,
No,
better watch yourself.
no, not a good idea.
I'm saying that to give me a chance.
Nanobot.
Because I can shoot things far away. The problem is when they're right next to me.
That's fair.
That
is the nature of guns.
Your nanobots seem to be on the fritz. There you go.
Never took the bowman's craft. More of an axe dwarf.
I'll be honest, I laugh at anyone who's used a bow before. They tend to get.
What's your obsession with messing with me?
We have like metal plates everywhere. Yeah, but we have literally we have metal plates literally lying around anywhere, and people literally just strap that shit as basic armor, like rudimentary armor. So using a bow is equivalent to us throwing rocks with them.
Nice gamble.
Well, I mean, if it's just scrap on their bite, they can't really move really well then.
Well,
Unless it's
it's not that bad. Like as long as if you a decent size, like a decent piece of scrap metal can easily just cover this bit, and that means if you throw your arms correctly, they can. That means the arrow can. The only way it's gonna hurt that person is if it like it'll either it'll either bruise them if it hits the thing, or if it goes directly into like the small chink in your armor. That little gap.
You know there's a
But again,
people going upstairs, right?
not very accurate, not very trained, and also generally possibly blind.
There's always a chink.
Or it's a small chance, but it's better than nothing. Plus, you just pull the arrow.
You both have have the same amount of fingers on a hand.
Keep it up. You're doing great. You're doing great.
It was excellent. Oh, do you know fist bump?
Because having a silent weapon, pretty useful. Just general.
I mean, I imagine like an iron pole would hit a pretty fucking hard because it's iron.
Yeah, but like if I'm at a distance and I need a silent weapon, I'll use a bow. Like guns, the problem with guns, loud.
Exactly.
Guns are loud. Bows are silent. If you don't have a silencer on your gun, you're better off using a bow. If you want to be stealthy.
You do realize that something you had to solve.
Doesn't really mean.
The Bow Dwarves where I come from, it's typically more of a one volley then into the fray type of deal. Weakening your opponent before going to the kill.
I'm surprised you guys use normal bows. I figured you guys would have used like a crossbow or something.
I want to do that. That was funny.
I know some human kingdoms that maybe give all the soldiers crossbows because it's really available. But usually, if a kingdom or something has bows, it's because they know how to fucking use it, and there's some special shit to it.
Like bows and crossbows. Crossbows are great for those who do not have the proper training for a bow. But if you do, bows are technically better. Like I'd probably pick a bow over a crossbow if I to arm my men.
I mean, if we need something to punch in and pierce, we got the arquebuses for that. But have to lay down lots of fire downrange. Bow is what you need.
So this is like a seed bow. That shit, if that thing strikes you, it starts growing a tree inside you and rips from the inside. Yeah, you don't want to go like.
That sounds like an absolutely terrifying weapon.
It is terrifying.
Yeah. Like we have explosive arrows, but that's
fuck the healing shit.
It's like we have explosive.
I'm glad the elves that I've faced against don't have anything like that. My word, growing
in my world, magic has been used, currently expended to the most of that's basically with any weaponry. So, and they're all creative because they all want to have their own unique thing. So he's like, gotta prepare for all these different conundrums. Best part is just choose your opponent wisely.
Really? Also, greetings.
Greetings.
Oh, hello there. An automaton.
By technicality.
Don't worry about it.
And Solace.
The universe doesn't have it. They don't have stuff like you. Don't worry about it.
Actually ever introduce names? I don't think we have.
I don't think we have. In fact, I think we've been continuing this conversation for about
a good
2 hours.
2 fucking hours.
2 hours, and we've not introduced our names. That's a that's a problem. Okay, well,
I mean, that means we had a good conversation at least.
It's a good conversation. I've had that problem before. Well, I guess I'll start then. Hello, I'm Trinity. I'm from a really shitty universe, I suppose, and a scaver. I guess, if I'm tech or just some junk, I got it.
Wow. Oh, I recognize this one.
More synthetics.
Yes, I was supposed to talk to you the other day.
That's right, I had to run off. There were things that needed my attention.
Oh, I understand.
Also, I'm Clink. Nice to meet you.
Oh, indeed.
I see your confusion. It is visible despite the fact you cannot make facial
I was
expressions.
introducing myself to my friends over here.
Hi,
By all means, show me around.
I'm new here, you could say.
Alright, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are.
I am Uist. Uist are cool too, but just call me Uist. Everyone does.
Uist.
Uist. And I am Clink. It is a nickname.
Clink. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, well, since you joined this table, go name.
I'm Solace.
Untellis.
Solace.
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 I should be your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all mine.
It's always good. It's always a pleasure to meet a finely crafted automaton.
Fair warning.
And my master would be very happy with that statement. How much such as yourself?
Yes.
It's been many years that we've been together. It's a cool form anyway.
Usually, my clothes got lots of holes in them. So
That's not quite...
And I don't often fix my clothing, if you could tell by how fucked my sleeve is right now.
Being precariously perched on ledges.
It's part of the programming.
He's in the corner over there, but I think he's having private conversation.
Oh fuck, almost all over. Damn it, I'm good.
In the meantime,
What's good?
Hello.
Good. And the old gamers, what is up? What do?
A gamer.
That is the most casual
I know what you're talking
so
about,
far.
however, not in your sense. My world does
Damn
not
it.
have the good games like yours. I think it's
Oh,
more
what do you
similar
mean,
to
man?
an arcade game is what we got, except we stick them on
You know what,
computers.
man? You know what? That's the legit shit too. That's like the OG. That's the historics. That's you gotta
Okay,
respect
then we got OG
the
shit, is what we
history of
got.
it, man. Huh? You
Yeah,
gotta
I
respect
got
the
shit.
history of
Games?
the arcades. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of games?
Not your kind of
I
games,
don't know.
digital.
Video games, board games,
yeah,
whatever the
video
hell you
games.
feel like. I don't care which one.
Oh, we got board games.
Mobile
too.
games are kind of cringe though, but like, hey,
Oh, I
y'all
mean,
enjoy the gaming. You're a gamer, man.
The most mobile
I'm just
game
looking
we
for people
have
to
is the
enjoy
fact
it.
that some Vault dwellers are able to stick old computer-style arcade games into their Pit-Boy. And that's basically a computer on their wrist. That's the closest we got, but...
we have some board games, but
That's
we
it.
tend to...
Your will tech level is above average. I can tell you that much. Those realms do not go past the late medieval before collapsing.
Like a gladiator shit, man. I see what you mean.
I was
could work.
probably have the most advanced out of
I'll
all
probably
of us.
do that. I don't want to get punched.
Well,
Well, I am what is known as a realm hopper. Well, almost realm hopper. My since my master's experience, I've been stuck in this one.
Live specimens from a raid.
Yes.
So far, we've all
My systems are a hybrid of magic and technology. A technological body, but a magical mind.
Ooh, magic as well? Please tell me.
I use a technological body to take normal form. This body is theoretically replaceable, although Grammar Master, I am being very careful. But my mind and soul are of the astral realm, the realm between realms, you could say. It is what allows me to realm hop with little difficulty. But my master's magic, I am
just think of the term
bound here.
opportunity. Usually, I'm full of holes in some way or another.
I've seen many robots around here that are just electricity technology. So far, I haven't seen a fusion before.
Hey, it is a technique my master picked up, what was it, 17 years ago? I personally am only about 8 years after my initial construction. I've been stuck in this realm for 2.
I see. I've been, well, visiting this realm very recently, so exploring a lot of new things.
Oh yeah, how many times have you been in this tavern, Clink?
So far, 2. This is my second
2
time.
times.
Yeah.
Oh, so you arrived right when I arrived then. Interesting.
Maybe it's fate. Who knows?
What about you?
This is my first time.
You can come again?
Sorry, this is my first time. So my astral connection must be coming to hissy fit.
Apology if I don't understand everything you say. I'm still kind of getting used to the robot sound.
Hi, the Iron Golems, they don't really speak much. Or do much.
This is my first time. So my astral connection must be having a hissy fit. Let me check on that real quick.
There are a lot of patrons right now, so it's a bit funky.
Yes, it's on the
Maybe
first.
switch to clear glasses.
Yes, yes.
Oh god.
Still no legs.
Might be some flux thing as well. A lot of interdimensional people in under one roof. Could cause some harm.
I can tell you that much. The entry barrier here is
We all
awfully
seen the
thin.
word take a few, so that's not out of the question.
Anyway.
No instability.
Hey. That's my connection stabilized now. Can you hear me perfectly fine?
Hi. We can hear you.
I mean, there's some weird shit going in here too, man. Like, you gotta admit, this place is weird.
So this is your first time here?
Yes.
Well, welcome. There's so much.
I have noticed this is the most wide array of different converging tech levels.
See?
Oh, at the very least, you find very interesting people.
I've never thought I would see demons, dragons, and tree people all in the same area.
Welcome to this place. It's fucking weird, but it's okay, I guess.
It's interesting.
I mean, I don't even fit in
Doesn't
any
like
of those
this back home.
categories. I'm not a dragon. Or demon.
You're,
What do you
some
call it?
4 ammo human hybrid, looks like.
What do you call it?
Neku. That Terp is very...
No, not Neku.
It's like, sometimes it's just for people with just the ears and tails, other time it's... all the fur.
Ah. You ever play, like, it's something like a video game where, like, you ever heard of anime before? I'm kind of like one of those anime creatures in a fantasy kind of dealio. That's me.
I know one bard who was trying to start a comic strip, didn't really get too far.
Good luck with that. Comic drawing is a bitch. I've ever tried drawing? It's not good for me. I suck. I tried. Yeah, right. But some people got the tattoo shit.
Don't draw though.
I tried it once as well. I got bored of it. I just exist and do my own thing, man.
Oh, my second cousin. My second cousin
I've
Demet.
met so far.
He's an engraver. I think you might consider that an artist. Oh.
I guess I like
He
to work
made
on
the finest engravings in the fortress.
Form of art has
It's
become so
essentially just
wider.
drawing art on other things, but your thing has like also like looking really good and expensive materials.
I mean, when I engrave shit, things usually magically happen, either exploding wise or something happens.
What is that?
The special type, the rune type.
I got the special bit.
Oh, the
Yeah,
magic.
the special engravings. Oh, Doomed, he just, he draws fancy pictures into the stone. Very nice though.
This would be much easier.
Well, art is good for the soul, man. It just like makes things.
It is on the first right now, but this is my connection to the extra room, my mind. With a great incantation, you can set this up to create an artificial mind.
Quite the same here.
Very simple circle for the religions.
Head off though.
I would use magic
good,
to
good,
figure out
good
more
person
of
beating
it,
you
but you
up.
know, wristband.
Yeah, good meaning too, Yavis. Also, Uvis. Also, yeah. My name Bob. I'll see you later.
Alright, Bob.
He's Bob. Yeah. Yeah, my name's Bob.
It's so simple.
Bob.
Yeah.
He's an interesting fellow.
Very interesting.
He isn't. He is not bothered by this shit at all. He is very chill.
Also, don't forget both your names again. Pardon my memory. I'm a bit of an old dwarf myself. We have Clinks here. And we have... What was your name again, Automaton? Solace. Alright. I'll do my best to remember, but do pardon me. Do pardon old
I'm
dwarf.
shit at names as well. Do not worry. I cannot.
I think that's a sharing detail.
As well. Names. What are they really even?
Aye. A lot of our names overlap. I don't know how many cousin Doomans I have. Plenty. Too many sometimes. Something about the Doomans. Anyway.
Is it true that dwarves have like 10 to 20 cousins or something like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yes, plenty. Oh, second, third, fourth cousins. I don't know how many I have at this point. Oh, I can give you a good story about
Must be
almost
nice.
all. Well, so they can be annoying sometimes. All of them at some roof. Mostly because you need a really large roof. But we get by.
Sadly, I can't relate too much. I only had my mom, my dad, and a really old geezer to deal with.
So tell me, you said you're a magic user, yes. In some places I've found that either it's something that you're born with or something that you learn. For where I'm from, it's something that you learn from a tablet from the gods themselves. So as they just tell you the secrets of life and death. What's yours like?
Okay, wait. It can be real both. Sometimes you're just born with a lot of magical power. Sometimes you're born with barely any. In order to gain more, you gotta learn a bunch of shit. So it just depends. And sometimes you're real fucked, which is like 80% of the rest of the people, and you just got no magic.
I see. So you're of a type 7 magic and you're of a type 2 magic. That's interesting.
It looks like it.
Oh, we don't use too much magic ourselves. Typically the only magic, typical only magic users, the necromancers, they stumble across a tablet and they learn how to raise the dead and such. They go off and they go off and make their own fancy little towers and do whatever. Sometimes they're peaceful, other times they like to launch raids and such. Quite a hassle. No match for dwarven steel and hammers, mind you, but a hassle nonetheless. It really disrupts trade in season. That's really the worst of it.
I see.
Mm-hmm. I've dealt with necromancers before, but they don't sound as bad as what he's got.
Right. Type 7 magic usually is the most, well, uncommon. It's usually incredibly dangerous and a corrupting force is an often theme of Type 7 magic.
Like, I've always had people like, but necromancy is about the conjure of death and life. And then I'm always like, but death, though.
My connection is a form of necromancy and is soul magic, which is one of the deeper forms of necromancy.
And what kind of life they create
stay
too?
away from this stuff. If I don't know about it, I can't hurt nobody.
I say, the only two types of creations, well, three, if you count them, I've seen a necromancer make. They either A, raise your own little old zombie. That's standard stuff, really. But with the caveat, say for example, you're in the midst of a battle, you're hacking off limbs, and someone hacks off your own. Well, the necromancer comes by, he can raise your limb, and they can go ahead and choke you right in front of you. It's quite ghastly. That's why we only use hammers against the
Quite ironic, really.
necromancers. Exactly. Only hammers are good if you pulp the bounty enough. They can't be raised. That's the only way to defeat the dead like that.
Very ingenious solution.
But sometimes, a necromancer, sometimes it's a fluke. Sometimes, it might be the personality. I don't know. But I have heard a tale. Oh, one of my brothers, Doomand, he told me about a necromancer once. One of his friends perished in war. The necromancer raised his body, but it didn't come quite out like a regular zombie. No, it came out well, as an intelligent undead. Memories, everything intact, personality, couldn't feel anything. Couldn't feel any emotion, anything, but was the same person regardless. Very interesting.
Like a
Though he did
vampire?
keep up. No, not a vampire. Didn't suck blood. Didn't have to drink. Didn't have to eat. But think of a zombie, but with their personality and not inherently violent.
From my understanding, that's a very rare feature indeed. Something that's able to maintain immortality without any cost.
It's not quite common, and I think it seems quite ghastly to me, to be quite honest. I mean, your wounds don't heal. So, I mean, for example, if you're a stump, legs cut off, eyes gouged out, skull broken, and he resurrects you as an intelligent undead, well, you're intelligent now, good luck, but your arms aren't coming back, your eyes aren't coming back either. So you're just kind of stuck there. Seems quite grim to me.
I believe that's a form of soul tethering.
I assume the soul has something to do with it. I've heard of some intelligent undead with their brains broken and somehow still able to talk and eat. Very odd. But they're not inherently bad people.
Well, I'm assuming you have some form of necromancy, considering the.
My connection is a form of a combination of conjuration, using for the connection to the astral plane, and necromancy to maintain my mental state. That's right. I must have said it was more complicated than it sounded.
A mechanical, magical fusion of an automaton. Interesting.
My body is technological, but my mind is magical.
I wonder if zombie robots are a thing then, if this can be possible.
I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't
myself,
tell one of my necromancers back home.
It's my almost as I know this is necromancy.
I mean, theoretically, if it was an organic individual with, I suppose, robotics attached, theoretically it could be raised as an undead. Oh. Just thought experiments are beyond me. Oh, I need another drink.
I mean, theoretically possible, they would need access to my soul, which is not of the realm. It is not of any realm. It is in the astral realm, the realm between realms.
Oh, the astral realm, yes. Very interesting place.
I've been there many times as a realm.
Different planes. Actually, now she's mentioned it.
I experienced that today. Fucking stuck in there for an hour. Ugh.
In the astral?
I wonder if your corporal form, that must have been very dreadful.
Remember that weird thing I was telling you about when the bad portals happen?
Oh, yes. The ones that give you terrible motion sickness.
Yeah. Stuck in the astral plane. At least for me, at least.
Now I think about it, you actually are a close representation of an intelligent undead now as you describe yourself. It's quite fascinating, really.
Similar
forms of parallels between different worlds here.
I will say this, I am built on what is known as Type 1 magic, which is a biased perspective considering it was named Type 1 magic from the realm it was derived from. But Type 1 magic is similar to yours, but almost everyone is capable of magic is the main defining state there. And magic is purely scaled depending on the user's understanding of magic.
As well, so.
It's quite different depending where you go. Seems.
There's different rules for every single place, and it's so hard to keep track of all of them, I swear.
My current database says there's about 27 different types of magic systems that have been encountered. And I have not had this updated in 2 years in true time. So many more have likely been discovered.
Might as well just put a big old infinity sign at this point, like.
I just need to accept it. Whatever someone says is true in my book. As long as we can sit down and have a drink, I'm all for it.
Nobody has a reason to lie in this place because, it's not like we can do anything.
I I mean, we're all here in a tavern, so we're all here for one purpose. A good drink.
We can't fight, brawl, or use the magic, so it's like we can't. There's no reason to lie.
I mean, it is a bit of a shame that there's no brawling, but hey, teach their own.
I mean, she was talking. That person was talking about the shrine area where there's a brawl, so you know that can be interesting.
I know. I have to look into that. Oh, that'd be fascinating. I'm a bit rusty with my blade, but.
I am incapable.
Going there if I had enough room.
I am incapable of directly attacking people,
It
so.
doesn't seem like it'd be best fit for ranged combat. It seems to be more of a melee type thing.
Is this one thing that Naromi talked about, like the robot rules where you can't hurt somebody or some shit like that?
Similar. My programming has a special set of clauses that dictate when I can and cannot use any kind of force, you could say. One of the conditions is that my master gives me.
Oh.
There we go. Sorry, connection fizzled out there for a second. This band is thrown into fans all over this thing.
Oh, the flux has been affecting everyone tonight.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. There's been times where I thought I was gonna go, but luckily I stayed.
Where was
Even Trinity, he dropped off for a little while, didn't he?
Yeah. Haven't been back again yet either, so.
I think he left us for good this time.
Hopefully back to apartment, not his world.
Oh yeah, I hope he found some lodge in here. Oh, I wouldn't want to go where he's from. Oh.
We've been leaving our loot until recently, and they said that wasn't a weapon, so it was alright.
Yeah, where was I? When I break those connection from my astral connection.
Candy Crush?
I'm gonna take a sit for like 5 minutes because I've been standing.
How does one get addicted to a game?
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you both, but there's some business I was going to conduct with one of the patrons here, if you don't mind.
Absolutely no issue.
Happy talking to you.
A pleasure meeting you both. I hope to see you again sometime.
Same as well.
Same here.
Goodbye. I would go too, but I just sat down and I don't want to walk in right now. It's comfy on the floor.
Oh, one of those games, like the Minecraft.
Let's see. Oh dear. It appears my internal systems are starting to run low on a bit of power. I have to make my way back to my charging points. Lovely to make your acquaintance. I must be going.
Pleasure as well. I'm just gonna sit here for like a minute more before I have to stand up again.
As you wish.
Thank you. I shall be off now. You all have a good night.
That's sorted. Xero, you jumped in on the stream.
Voice mod just had a hissy fit. Well. There we go.
thanks everyone who dropped in the stream. I'm going to have to head off. My controls are about to go flat. But yeah, I'm probably going to be doing some more Purple Lotus over the next few weeks. That was a good time. Yeah. Thanks for everyone who hopped in.